Jigwe, good day, Martasha, and Walt to my. Hello, everybody. My name is Niall McConnell. Welcome to tonight's show. Terror has struck Dublin. A terrorist attack happened today, a number of hours ago, at 3 o'clock, so 5 hours ago, where a South American man was stabbing, from what we know, stabbed 4 people and slashed them in the face. This news is breaking by the hour. And the mainstream media have reported that he is a foreigner, South American man, has attacked 4 Irish people. The mainstream media are saying this is not a terrorist attack, when, of course, it is. If it was an Irish man doing this, which, by the way, we don't see in Irish people doing this, it will be called domestic terrorism. So this is what we're to expect now in modern, liberal, progressive Ireland. Irish people are getting attacked on the streets, mass stabbings, our children are getting stabbed by non-Irish. We've seen this quite recently as well. Sexual assaults on the increase. Our borders are wide open. And from reports what I see on social media, the Irish regime are in talks with people in Gaza, I assume, to bring in thousands of Palestinians. What about the Irish? What about the thousands of Irish people who still don't have electricity in their homes? How come we cannot accommodate, hundreds of thousands, over 1 million people now in the country, non-Irish, put them up in hotels, pay for social welfare, clothes, iPhones, food, transportation, education, healthcare. We can all do that for the foreigners, but we can't look after our own people. Shame on the Irish regime. And I really hope the Irish people really pull the head out of the sand and understand what's actually going on in the country. And the big problem in Ireland, it actually isn't illegal immigration. That's not the problem. It's not people committing crimes coming into Ireland. It's the legal migration. And I don't know yet, but we'd have to assume that the migrant that committed this terror attack from South America is probably here on a visa, probably overstayed his visa, and probably got citizenship. We've seen not too long ago, Helen McEntee, Minister of State, gave a blanket amnesty to illegal immigrants in Ireland. Complete blanket amnesty. So, they're encouraging foreigners to come here, break the law, overstay their visas, and then get amnesty. Still entitled to social welfare if you're here illegally. If you're unaware, if you're new to the channel, we see there's a lot of people watching tonight. If you're from America, or even if you're from Ireland and you don't understand Ireland's immigration policy and our deportation policy. Ireland does not deport foreigners. If you're here illegally, you've got a deportation order. You might think I'm making this up, but it's true. We politely ask you to leave. Can you please leave our country? Deportations are not enforced. They're only enforced, but the worst of the worst. When migrants rape young children, something like that, even rapists are not deported. So that's the modern progressive liberal Ireland now. We've complete open borders. Every political party that's in government, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Sinn Féin, the so-called opposition, they all support open borders, mass immigration. They support killing unborn Irish children with abortion. They support the radical LGBT agenda. Look, speaking of LGBT, I just saw this before I came on the show. This has to be exposed. I can't sit back and watch this anymore. Where is it now? Hold on here, look. Look at this here, look. So-called Irish Nationalist Political Party, right? Irish Freedom Party. Herman Kelly, in an X-Space, his co-host, a man dressed up as a woman, a tranny, whoever this Ciara Connolly is. So Irish Freedom Party support LGBTs. They're anti-life. You cannot be pro-life and support LGBT agenda. Look at them. That's it right now. Herman Kelly, Irish Freedom Party, are the host, and they have a tranny as the co-host. Hey, that's your Irish Nationalist Political Party there. What an absolute joke. Call them out. It's a joke. Unbelievable. What has happened to the Irish nationalist movement? We see the same thing happening. Well, it's happened in the UK. It's happened in America. You know, the so-called American conservatives. You know, like, what does it mean to be a conservative anymore in America and the UK? You know, support LGBT, support legal migration, support Israel, all this, and this is what's happening in Ireland now. Just for those of you who don't know about, who think my Irish Freedom Party a real Irish nationalist. You can't be a real Irish nationalist and support the LGBT agenda. Now, they'll claim they're against the LGBT agenda, but how can you be against the LGBT agenda when they're when the co-host is one of them themselves? Absolute joke. Anyway, okay, look. Welcome everybody to the live stream. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We do live streams, every Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays if we can. This week might be a bit ropey because my wife is due in a few days' time. Still no sign of the baby. So, I've got my phone on vibrate here in case I get a call, right? So I might have to shut off if something happens. But anyway, just so you just know, right? So we live stream Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays, normally at 8 p.m. So please subscribe. We post videos every single day of the week about what's happening, because you can't rely on the mainstream media to tell you the truth. So it's absolutely fantastic to see almost 450 people watching. Fantastic. That's on YouTube alone. So good to see. Yes, and please let me know in the live chat where you're all from. If you're from Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, Canada, America, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you're from, please let me know. Peter says, oh my god, didn't realize the National Party have even lost it. Now that wasn't the National Party, that was the Irish Freedom Party, just to clear things up. That wasn't them, that was the Irish Freedom Party, another so-called Irish Nationalist Party. Aaron says you're from New Jersey. Welcome, Aaron. Linda Ross says she's from Scotland. Finland says Impy. Sweden. Canada. Kilkenny says Sean. Titanic says Awfully. Tip Town says Jason. New York, this is going fast. Eliza. Galway says Ballantee. Belfast here says Sub. Limerick says Alex. Irish living in Norfolk, UK says Yvonne. Clearwater, Florida says Cap. Fred. Oh my god, it's going too fast. Kenya and Donegal says John Boy. Thailand, Arizona, Aberdare, Wales, Glasgow, London, Glasnevin, Dublin, Cornwall, Dublin, Donegal, Irish American, and Georgia. Still buffering here. Look later. Dalston, Cumbria, UK, from Belfast, Tala, Birmingham, Ohio, USA, London refugee stuck outside Birmingham, Bundoran, Marafelt, Corey, good to see you. Bonnie, Highlands of Scotland. Hi night from Killarney, County Kerry. Sorry, Nate, you just got beat there by Donegal yesterday. Donegal beat Kerry for the first time in a long time in Kerry in the Gaelic football. Okay, so fantastic to see so many people in the live chat. Blue Sky says 5 miles away. Clonmel, yeah, Clonmel is a badly run town. I remember I used to work there years ago, doing roofing when I was young. The whole world is here, says Ronan. Good man, Reno. Thanks for moderating. And thanks, Sean Mac, for moderating. And 02 for moderating as well. Okay, so before we start tonight's show, please join me in saying our Lord's Prayer as Gaelic. And then I'm nahar agus effect of spirit need amen. Ar nahar atar now, go ni for Daniel, go dagda the rate, go yanter to holler and tell of mar yanter now. Ar narn the hul to doing you, agus might do our effecta, mar a white hammer is our effect on the fiend. Ac na election a gahu, ac seer shana oak, amen. Nanyam nahargus effect of spirit need, amen. Okay, everybody, welcome to tonight's show. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, right, let's see what have we got in store for you tonight. My pages are refreshing. So great to see so many people in the live chat. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed already, share these streams with all your friends and family. We go live every Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays if we can. If not, we try to do other days. I'll do my best to stream as much as I can, alright? Okay, everybody, let's get into tonight's action. Nope, that's the button I wanted to press. So, breaking. An immigrant from South America stabbed 4 people in Dublin today. Some had their face slashed. Trump has the right idea. Close the border and keep these savages out. Unfortunately, Ireland's borders are wide open. So this is coming from the Irish Times. 4 people believed to have been stabbed in an attack in Stony Batter, Dublin. The Gardaí apprehended a suspect nearby. It is believed that 3 people injured in the attack were all Irish and all were attacked randomly. You always see this word randomly. I kind of picked this up in America. When the blacks are always attacking whites all the times. You always hear them saying, this is a random attack. When in fact, it's a pattern. And this is a pattern as well. Non-Irish attacking Irish. It's a pattern. It's not random. The attacker is believed to be from South America. It is believed that some of the people injured had their faces slashed. What did people in the comments section say? We shouldn't be taking in any illegals from South America. They are not even in the EU. There's no reason for them to be here. But what you don't realise, he probably here is legally. He's probably here on a working visa. That's the problem. Legal immigration is the big problem in Ireland. And here's a good meme. And once again, the suspect is not white. So we will now end all coverage of this event. Absolutely. Let's see now how the mainstream media cover this event. It'll be brushed under the rug. I guarantee it. Because, as that meme said, the perpetrator was not white. The perpetrator was not Irish. And as I was saying already, Ireland does not enforce deportations. We don't have a deportation unit in Ireland like they do in America. In America, you got ICE. With the minute they're trying to deport as many illegal immigrants a day, as possible. They're deporting sometimes like 1,000 migrants a day. It's not enough. They should be deporting 10,000 a day because, if you do the numbers, Trump's 4 years, you're going to need to deport a lot more than 1,000 a day. So we don't have a deportation unit. We ask migrants to self-deport, and of course the vast majority of them don't deport. So there you go. That's the result of open borders, mass migration. Close the borders, bring our sons and daughters home from Australia, give them a reason to come home, make Ireland safe again. What's everybody saying in the live chat? There's so many people in the live chat, it's hard to get through all the comments, but we'll do our best. God bless you, says Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. James Gallagher says Bundorn. Good man, James. Sonia says country is turning into the Bronx. You say that again. Who got stabbed? Apparently 4 Irish people. Won't be an RT News. Susan, thanks for moderating. Gardaí will wish dash cam footage as usual because they haven't a clue. Says Class Sonder. Woman on Virgin News said she saw nothing. Okay, what else have we got here for you? Now this is another article that I saw when I was scrolling for. Now you know what? We'll talk about this stabbing event because it's very, very important. Because this is going to become the norm now. If you just look to London in England, You see stabbing events happen all the time, and when these things become the norm, people get used to it. It becomes, a normal occurrence in people's lives. And all you have to do is look to England for our future. Now, England's a far larger, or the UK is a far larger country. What's the population? 60 million? The population of Ireland, north and south, is like 6 million. So they have 10 times the population. And Ireland is bringing in, from what we know from last year's figures, is 150,000 migrants per year. And their birth rate is far higher. Our birth rate is far lower. They seem to be bringing in some kind of like a middle class of Indians as well. They seem to be buying up all the property. Another thing, foreigners should not be allowed to buy property, particularly, outside of Irish or British. They should seriously look at these laws, because in other countries they have very strict laws about foreign nationals buying property, and rightly so. The indigenous people of Ireland should be protected, but we're not protected at all. Irish YouTubers says, what's going on? Well, 4 Irish people were stabbed by a foreigner. Okay. Now we've got far more things to talk. We've got loads of articles, lots of videos to discuss tonight, alright? So, a secret memo reveals Ireland is preparing for record levels of asylum seekers as country faces migrant crisis linked to Britain's Rwanda scheme, with police smashing another tent camp in Dublin. A secret memo has detailed plans to hugely expand a new asylum processing centre outside of Dublin, as the Irish government struggles to manage the arrival of asylum seekers into the city. The coalition will now seek to house hundreds of migrants in centres in Kerry, Westmeath, with intentions to develop the existing Thornton Hall site in Dublin, according to plans seen by the Irish Independent. Amid growing concerns about the appearance of encampments across the city, the government has reportedly greenlit plans to set up a new international protection office responsible for examining and processing applications for international protections outside the capital. We know this has happened already because the Irish regime have changed their policy on mass migration. Excuse me. They are now building these massive, large, military-style camps, believe it or not. They're building these military-style camps all over Ireland with military-style pods to process these migrants. Like a revolving door, like a revolving belt. The migrants will stay there for a while, get processed, and then they'll be filtered into Irish society, into social housing, private housing. We see this with the iPass centres already. They'll stay there for a few months, like in Convoy, County Donegal. This is what they report to me all the time. A brand new housing estate was turned into an iPass centre in Town Parks housing estate, and every 3 months, the migrants that are staying there, they just leave. They're probably dispersed into the population, probably all over Ireland, and then a busload of new migrants come in, and then the process is repeated. So they're doing this now on a large scale, buying property, turning into military-style migrant camps. Welcome to the new Ireland. The Irish will become a minority within the next 15 to 20 years. If it doesn't happen quicker, we seriously need to shore up our borders. This is out of control. We've been saying this for well over 10 years now. Hopefully the Irish people start listening to us. What do you all think? Please let me know in the live chat. Am I talking sense here? Am I talking madness? Do you think it'll be quicker than 15 to 20 years? I'm Irish House me, says Bud the Dog. Absolutely right. The Irish put Paddy last. Jamal and Shaniqua, they're but first, but head of the housing list. For all those that shared out, thank you. The truth needs to get out there. Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Sheepdog, for moderating. Did you vote for this? Absolutely not. I didn't vote for this. Sir, I actually ran in the general election. I ran in the local election, putting my name forward. Now, I was very, very close to getting elected in the local elections, and I did quite good in the general elections. But yeah, you're right. The majority of the Irish people have voted for this. Yep, Mike Jordan, Niall McConnell, Chinese are buying vast amounts of farmland here in the US. Most are near our military bases. Well, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That this is nothing short of a new plantation and is far worse than the last one. Absolutely. You're 100% right there, Jack. The immigrants will be the majority in Ireland, 50% by 2030. My God, that's not going to be long at all, is it? See, they are outbreeding us. That's the thing. John says, Niall, you were ahead of the curve. You've been trying to wake up the people for over a decade. Absolutely. Sorry, I wish I had some water with me. Like, I think I need to check again, but I think my YouTube channel is over 13 years old. I've been talking about this for well over a decade now. But it wasn't hard to see. You could see it yourself. A blind man could see what was coming down the line. You know what I mean? Yeah, less than 5 years. People are saying, like, 15, 20 years too long. It's going to be 5 to 10 years. It's dire, you know. Our children have no future in this country. Okay. Let me see here now. Let's see, what else have we got in store for you? Okay, Irish NGOs warn Trump's US aid shutdown will cost lives. A group representing Irish humanitarian organizations have warned that the Trump administration's effort to dismantle the US Agency for International Development will cost lives. US President Donald Trump has argued that the major American agency, which is the world's biggest aid donor, needs to slash its budget to stop waste. USAID funding has been frozen for 90 days, with some exceptions to allow assessments to be carried out on programs that benefit from its donations. This is going to cost lives. The effects of this may not be seen for weeks or months, but it's going to have a huge human toll. See, this is the thing. This US aid is funding and operating in Ireland, housing and bringing in migrants into Ireland. They're hugely involved, funding all these NGOs. Irish NGOs have benefited substantially from US aid over the years. Excuse me. Aid agency goal was awarded more than €100 million in 2023, which made up over half its funding. USAID's contributions made up to 7% of Troca's budget, according to its latest annual report, and received over €1 million. See, Ireland has 35,000 NGOs, 35,000 non-government organisations. They are, in fact, a shadow government. Like a government working in parallel to the actual Irish regime. Implementing policies, pushing stakeholders upon these new plans that we see all over Ireland, this new green Agenda 21 Sustainable Development, for example. But the USAID is just probably the tip of the iceberg. These NGOs have to be defunded because they are, in fact, responsible for the migration problems in Ireland. So enough is enough. Look, it's really important, everybody, if you're watching this video, please share it with all your friends and family. Let's get the message out there. We have to bypass the fake news, mainstream media, and get the truth to the Irish people, alright? And don't forget, we live stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays at 8 PM Irish time, bringing you the real truth to the Irish people, to the Irish diaspora, and anybody else who wants to tune in all over the world, because we know the mainstream media are just gaslighting the Irish people. And we're chipping away slowly but surely. We're trying to get through to the Irish people. You know, it is a long slog, but we're in this to win it. Okay. Yvonne says, thanks for the link. Have subscribed. So it's fantastic to see so many people in the live chat. You're all welcome. Make sure to subscribe if you can and share these streams. Okay, here is an interesting clip. More diversity is our strength. So I'm about to play you a video of an Africans plural, causing trouble in a Dublin gym. So it looks like that Africans are assaulting Irish people in the gyms and then playing victim. But is anybody surprised? Every country in Africa is still in the Stone Age, bar any country that they were lucky enough to have Europeans come to them and build civilization like South Africa. What do people expect bringing in a load of savages into Ireland? Do you think they're going to be civilized here? Of course not. John says, I'm a dub living in Limerick. I was attacked twice by non-nationals, and only recently on last Tuesday I fought back only for I'm not a week mad. I'd be a worse state. Well, there's 600 watching live at the minute. Fantastic. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, we go live every Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays at 8 PM. Now this week might be a bit dodgy because my wife, she's due. She should be going into labour any day now, so we'll have to wait and see about that. But we'll try and live stream a couple of times this week if that's all right. So why? And also, for those of you who don't know, we actually have a party newspaper. The party newspaper that we have is called the Irish Patriot. We're trying to get it to print at the minute. We try and print 50,000 issues every single issue. We've got the best writers in Ireland. We've got newspaper distributors all over Ireland. But we rely on your help to pay for the writers, pay for the printing, to pay for the graphics designer, to lay everything out. This all costs money, unfortunately. I'm a sheep farmer from Castlefin, County Donegal, the northwest of Ireland. I can't do this on my own. This issue, unfortunately, we haven't got the support that we would have liked. That's why I'm asking you if you can chip in. There's a link in the description, the top link. Chip into our newspaper fundraiser called the Irish Patriot. January past was the 5th year anniversary of the Irish Patriot newspaper being in production. So thank you for helping us out. Let's keep it going now. Let's keep the newspaper alive. Don't let it fail here, because if it doesn't get the funding, we just simply don't go to print. We've distributed 50,000 papers per issue. We send them all over Ireland. People distribute them, and we're trying to get every single town in Ireland covered. So if you want to chip into our newspaper fund, scroll down below the video in the description or pinned to the comment section. Okay, what's everybody saying in the live chat? When European people went to Africa, they didn't have the wheel, says Julie. Absolutely right. Niall, can you have an invite list for us to invite our friends and others? If you just copy the if you just scroll down, see under the title, Caroline, see a share button. Should be like a share button, or just copy the URL. That's the best way to share it. If you press share, and then there's options like I see WhatsApp here, Facebook, email, and there should be just and then there's a copy of the URL. That's the best way to share it. Margaret McGowan says, Niall, voted for you in the last election. I was shocked when you lost. We need more Christian people like you in Donegal. God bless you. Thank you, Margaret, for the vote. Keep her going. I'll keep going myself. Okay, what else have we got here for you? Okay. So let's move south to Rosscray, County Tipperary. Do you remember this happened roughly pretty much a year ago? Remember there was They held protests about the only hotel in the town, I think, being turned into a migrant centre. And let's just refresh your memory, right? What happened? The Gardaí forcibly forced these migrants in there when there was a peaceful protest there, and the Gardaí got very, very rough, forced people out of the way, and pushed the migrants in there. Well, let's play the video itself, right? And then I'm going to play an audio clip from the radio station recently from 1 year later, and how the locals feel about it.
Step up in the path, up in the path.
Yeah. Keep moving. Stay moving. Keep walking.
Hold my hand, hold my hand. Stand there, Billy, stand there. Oh shit! Fuck's sake!
Don't you show her a scumbag? You show her a fucking scumbag. You show her a scumbag.
Mind the child. Where's the child? Where's the man's child gone? Hold my hand, Billy.
Hold on, Billy.
Oh, fuck. Get her. Just hold my hand.
Nothing against you, lads. We're trying to look after our families as well. Your family's a different story.
So we get the idea. The Gardaí forced these migrants onto the people, and it seemed like that whole thing was set up by the Irish regime and the media to make these people look bad. Now, that was a year ago, and now 1 year on, there was a radio station. I don't know what radio station it was, but it was asking people, what they thought of the whole thing 1 year on.
So what's the mood among others in the town then, John, about what happened a year ago, now that we're 1 year on?
Mixed feelings, I would say, Cormac. There's also a clear reluctance among many to speak publicly when I mentioned the protest at Racket Hall in the run-up to my return visit and while I was there as well. And there's still a lot of concern about how tourism and hospitality has been affected by the loss of Roscrea's only hotel, which I will return to in more detail on tomorrow's drive time. But for now, here's what a few locals out of many I approached had to say as I chatted to them across from Roscrea's historic castle.
What Roger Gorman done was scandalous, taking our hotel from us, you know.
It was privately owned, though. It was offered to the government.
Privately owned, yeah, but he decided and they done it, so there's nothing we can do about it.
Were you part of the protest at Racket Hall?
We were, yes, yeah.
And how do you feel about it all now?
Still sickened over what's going on.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Like, we want that hotel back if it's possible at all.
The protest, I don't know, I think it's terrible out there in the Racket Hall. It was bad.
What was bad?
Sure, it was bad letting them in.
Hopefully the lessons learned, from what happened out there. But the town itself has suffered, like. There's a lot of them working, like. There's a lot of them in the meat factory, the bacon factory and that. We do need a certain amount, But having said that, a certain amount is what we need. We are being overrun, like,
You look at it. We have supposedly 400 above in the convent, 157, 161 in Racket Hall. The mother and baby home is full. It's too much.
It's starting to lighten up a good bit now, like people aren't being as negative. Well, there still is a lot of negativity around it.
Were you part of the protest yourself?
No, I'd say we were the few of many that weren't. But
how do you feel about it? It got pretty
It
tense.
got very out of hand, and I didn't like what happened out in Racket Hall. Like there was kids there, and having them like roaring and shouting into small babies' faces and children's faces, like that wasn't fair at all.
And everyone's entitled to their own opinion
At the same time,
at the end of the day. So
So you welcome new people to Roscrea?
I welcome anyone. Anyone.
It's 2025.
I welcome anyone. Hey? Stupid liberal woman.
So I think it's time for the world to
Just get up and move on.
move on.
Get over things.
So there you have it. Mixed views among locals.
Stupid liberal friggin' woman. We welcome anyone. What? Would you welcome criminals, rapists, pedos? But you'd welcome them in too, wouldn't you? No problem. Would you welcome them in your house? I bet you're not housing in them yourself. Absolute idiots. It's really hard to listen to, them couple of women at the end. And one fella said we've been overrun. That's probably to say it lightly. Look, it's fantastic to see so many people watching the show now. There's 700 watching live. Wow, that's on YouTube alone. It's hard to believe that 700 of you would tune into an idiot like me from Donegal on a Sunday evening, talking about mass migration into Ireland. But here we are, I'm just covering what's happening because the mainstream media, like you all know, are not really telling you the truth about what's happening in Ireland. So it's fantastic to see so many people in the live chat. Look, I should point out too, because I forgot to say this at the start of the show, we have our very own lamb, beef and pork available to order. The best quality beef, lamb and pork in the whole world, not only in Ireland, delivered to your front door. They come from Donegal, and we can send it out to your front door next day delivery. And if you want to get your beef box, lamb box or pork box, scroll down below the video. In the description, you'll come to this page here, and you can order the beef box, lamb box, pork box. I mean, the highest quality beef, lamb, and pork in the world. You can order like a lamb box or a combination of two of them. You support Irish farmers. Cut out the middlemen. Cut out the big conglomerates. Boycott the Tesco's, the Asda's, the Aldi's, the Lidl's. Support Irish farmers, alright? You'll support Irish abattoirs. You'll support Irish butchers. You'll support Irish transportation companies. Boycott the big companies. Boycott the big supermarkets. Buy straight from the farmer. We deliver to all island of Ireland, so all 32 counties, north and south, and mainland UK, England, Scotland, Wales, next day delivery. So if you order tonight, you will get yours on Thursday. We send it out every single Wednesday for Thursday delivery. Now you have to get your orders in Sunday night to get your order this week. Okay, so get your orders in. Scroll down below this video. The highest quality grass-fed lamb, beef and pork in the world. Okay, so the meat in super value lately is description. Well, there you go. You have to get the Irish Butcher Box. Scroll down below in the description. You get the highest quality lamb, beef and pork in the world. Okay, what else have we got here for you? Okay, so let's move on here. The Irish government is moving suspected paedophiles to other counties in Ireland instead of deporting or jailing them. Well, they shouldn't be here in the first place, but it doesn't surprise me. Let's have a listen in here.
Well, lads, so this here is the IPAS centre where they are taking in the illegal immigrants. And last week we had, well, over the last week there was a man from this centre here who was found to be standing around outside school gates harassing children, harassing women. They can see me recording over there. That's why they're going behind the bush there now. But yeah, these lads, they're trouble. They're a danger to our community and we need them gone.
It's okay, chicken. It's okay, baby.
Many women and children have come forward about this individual and given their statements to the guards. Instead of imprisoning him or deporting him, the guards left him free, and later on they'd moved him to an unknown part of Dublin, where he now poses a threat to the community up there. Once again, our people and the safety of our people has been ignored by the state while they put their efforts into protecting a foreign criminal. We can see from these events and countless others like it that the state are not on our side. So it's time that as a nation we start looking out for each other as a community and get these criminals sent back straight where they came from.
So there you go. The Irish people are not safe anymore in their own country. The Irish regime are moving criminals around from town to town, county to county. I see this happen in Donegal itself. Like guys that were in the north of Donegal, they committed some kind of crimes and they were moved to another part of the county. See this happening all the time. Happens all the time. Instead of deporting them, shouldn't be here in the first place. They're just moving them around to terrorize some other part of the community. What's everybody saying in the live chat? Let me go here. If this thing would load. My phone just died, but oh, it should be alright. Okay. So let's cover this next clip here, right? Look at this. Africans aren't here to integrate, they just want citizenship. Once nationalism takes over, all citizenship will be looked at and most likely revoked. Listen to this scoundrel here.
Let's talk about Ireland. First of all, Ireland does not operate the just soil. So with Ireland, you do not get automatic citizenship because you gave birth there. So do not get a visit visa to Ireland whilst pregnant because you think when you give birth there, your child is going to get automatic citizenship. It doesn't work like that. However, if both parents are Irish citizens or have lived in Ireland for 3 out of 4 years before the birth of the child, for example, based on permanent residence, your child is eligible for getting Irish citizenship. Irish citizenship is also given to children of British citizens and those who have the right to live in Northern Ireland. So for instance, I live in Northern Ireland. If I had given birth to my child after my 3rd year living in Northern Ireland, he was qualified to get an Irish passport. But I gave birth to him before my 3-year mark in Northern Ireland. So he also qualifies. So with Irish passport or citizenship, the parents should have at least lived in Ireland or Northern Ireland at least 3 years prior to the birth of the child, or they should be Irish.
So here you see these scammers, these African scammers, telling people on social media how to scam the Irish system, how to get your passports. This is what it's all about, getting your Irish passports, because the Irish passports is probably one of the best quality passports you can get in the world. Trying to leech off the system, they bring nothing. Nothing, only leeching off our system. Deportations now. Sick and tired of this. Yep, straight up another Nigerian attitude demanding everything up for grabs. Yep, you're right there, Dublin snob. Ireland is now a joke, says Train. Disgusting, says Gandalf. These are alright. Wow, over 700 watching live. Fantastic. Welcome everybody. If you're new to the show, please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Doesn't cost you anything. We live stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday at around 8 p.m. So and we bring you the truth. We bring you what's happening. Don't sugarcoat it. 713 says Madame. Absolutely. Thank you for all the viewers. It's hard to. No, I'm a bog man. I'm a sheep farmer from Castlefin, Donegal. You know, and to think that over 713 people are watching me now live, it's like, you know, jeez. You know what I mean? It's humbling. It really is. And thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful and very, very appreciative. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Okay. You're a famous Irish farmer. I don't know about that. Here from Pennsylvania, USA. Look, let me know any questions in the live chat or any comments. From all around the world, Niall, because you speak the truth. Yeah, been doing it for 13 years. This YouTube channel's been going for 13 years. I haven't, been putting the time and effort, and this doesn't happen overnight. Though. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of grind to get the viewership up. Watch your Twitter, the same name, Niall McConnell. I'm on Twitter too. I'm live streaming on Twitter right now. Is this incident from Ireland? Yeah, if you're just tuning in, right, there was a terror attack in Dublin. There was 4 people stabbed, I believe, by a South American migrant. That's all we know at the minute. I think they're okay. They've got their faces slashed. No life-threatening injuries. Yep, absolutely, Eliza. We do need to leave the European Union. They have a complete stranglehold on Ireland. We gave up one global empire, the British Empire, for another superpower, super empire as the European Union. I thought the Irish love immigrants. Well, I certainly don't. Italy planning exit from EU too. Bohemians Football Club harbouring foreign aggressors. Yeah, they're complete woke. Most football clubs are too. John Crypto says, can't believe I haven't found you sooner. Well, better late than never. Well, that's getting deleted there. I don't want to see that fucking terrorist flag. I'm going to time you out too. Don't want to see that. Sure didn't the Irish go abroad? Yeah, I know. Built America and built England. The 1990s Celtic Tiger was an EU honeymoon period with a bad marriage to EU. Absolutely, we should leave the European Union now. Ramadan starts March. Likely Brazil, Paul. Yeah, if you had to guess, you'd probably say Brazil. Well, but the Dogs, hopefully they don't take over the GA. No, I'm telling you, they will. They already have. The GA is completely captured. They support the Agenda 21 Sustainable Development. They support all the agendas. Like, for example, where do you start with the GA, the Gaelic Athletic Association? Well, first of all, they removed the sovereign seal on the All-Ireland medal and replaced it with the corporate GA logo, for those of you who don't know. The sovereign seal was a harp with the word era underneath it. Removed that. They removed the sacred soil of Croke Park and installed English soil. What else have they done? They're trying to ban the national anthem, which they will do. They say it's too militaristic. It is a militaristic national anthem. But they are going to try and do away with the national anthem and the tricolour. Look, I love watching the Gaelic. Like, I don't support the corporate GA, but I like the GA was set up to oppose British tyranny and to fight back against the British Empire. That's what the GA was set up for. And I love the names of the GA clubs to this day. You know, it's either a Catholic saint or an Irish nationalist. It's a combination of Catholicism and nationalism, like Catholic nationalism. Like my local club, Robert Emmett's, was an Irish nationalist. And then like you'll have Niamh Breed, St. Bridget's, or Niamh Wura, St. Mary's. Nearly all the clubs in Ireland are like that. It's fantastic. Like the clubs are named after an Irish saint or an Irish nationalist. That's what we need to go back to, is Catholic nationalism. You know. Yeah, modern GA is posed. Absolutely. Look, it's completely hijacked. Yeah, and hurling is a fantastic sport too. And it really annoys me that hurling isn't a big it isn't very big up in Donegal. Like, hurling is more like of a southern game. You know, Gaelic football is the big sport up here in Donegal. Yes, I never really played. I played a bit of hurling at secondary school, but I wouldn't be very good at hurling, unfortunately. like up the road, like in the cross there, they play hurling Satanta. I don't know why I wasn't brought up there as a child. I would have loved to have played hurling as a child. It's all Gaelic football really here. Yeah, Anthem's more hurling the football. I would say you're probably right there. I played hurling for County Down, very good. But you know, like County Down, like they play more football, Gaelic football, than they do hurling. Like Donegal has a good hurling team, but the Gaelic football still is the big sport. There's a few counties in Ireland that are very good at both. Like Cork, I suppose you would say, are good at both, aren't they? Dublin. Niall, you played senior football. Absolutely. I played for Donegal. I played for Donegal at all levels. I played for Donegal. What age groups now? Was it 15s or 16s? Played under 16s, 17s, minors. Didn't play under 21s. And I played seniors as well. I played for under Jim McGuinness for a short period of time. Believe it or not. Played with Colin McFadden and those boys. Played full forward or corner forward. And I played for the vocational school team as well for 2 or 3 years. Twice, I think, for 2 years. Please move on from the Brits. I don't bash the Brits at all. You'll never hear me bash the Brits. You never hear me bash. I think what has happened has happened. The British people are our cousins at the end of the day, and you know what has happened in the past. They're going through the same thing that we're going through now, and I have no problem with our English brethren. They're, you know, it wasn't that, like, you know, can't blame people now for what happened in the past. It's not their fault. They weren't involved, and I see them as brothers in arms. At the end of the day, they have the same type of culture as us. I see them as cousins. Slightly, you know, like the English and the Irish were quite similar. And going forward, I think we should have some kind of nationalist alliance against this tyranny imposed on our people. So I have nothing against the English, and as the Ulster Scots, the Protestants in Ireland, north of Ireland, people on the live chat will tell you too. I have nothing against our Ulster Scots cousins, who they are actual cousins. They're, you know, they speak a similar language to us, very similar genetically to us. So I have nothing against the Ulster Scots Protestants in the north of Ireland as well. They are, you know, they're anti-migration, they're Christian, they are anti-LGBT, anti-abortion. So why wouldn't you try to, you know, make friends or make alliances with our Presbyterian Ulster Scots friends in the north? So it's absolutely. So for those of you in the live chat who are new and who don't know much about me, that's my position. You know, but see, like, it's really, really strange. Like I'll come out and say something like that, which is very, you know, measured, I think, and it's a very statesman-like. You know, I'm not being anti-British or anti-English, but then you'll have like these far left, like a socialist Republicans, who will say, you will cling to the past, to the 1950s, 1960s. So very branded British. Get the Brits out of Ireland. Get the Brits out of Ireland. Which is, you know, I understand it, and to a certain extent, you know, I do want a united Ireland. I want a free and Irish Ireland. But they'll say Brits out of Ireland, but they have no problem opening our borders to Africans and Middle Eastern peoples and Asians. They have no problem. I just don't understand that. As long as we get the Brits out of Ireland, we can open our borders. Like, I just, like, I don't know how I don't understand their thinking at all. How they can sit down and think, yeah, we get the Brits out, but we can open our borders to Africa. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're mental, John. I don't get it. You know, you fought like a bloody war there. You know, in the 70s and 80s and the 90s. A lot of people died on both sides. For what? To fucking hand the country over to a lot of Africans? I just don't get it. What was it all about? Look, for those of you who want to support our work too, we've got a shop. You can buy books, badges. This is the homepage here. We'll show you the range of books that we've got. No, they're good gifts, good books for yourself. A Handbook for the New Fenian is a book we wrote ourselves of what it means to be an Irish nationalist. Our Martyrs book, the trials and tribulations of our Fenian men and women who died during penal times. The Irish Prayer, or the Prayers of the Gael is an Irish prayer book that was translated in 1913. Irish language books to learn the Irish language. Dewey Reams Bible, leather and paperback, and our part of newspapers. Irish history books, The Coming Revolution, written by Padraig Pearse, has speeches and essays. What else have we got here? The Irish Butcher Box. You can get anywhere in the island of Ireland or UK mainland your own beef, lamb, or pork box delivered to your front door, fresh, delivered the next day. We send it out every single Wednesday for delivery on a Thursday. It's in a professional chilled box with freezer gel packs, so it's kept cold, and the beef, lamb, and pork is fresh. It's the highest quality. When you're kind of buying it in the kind of semi bulk, so it's better value too than the stuff in the shops. Boycott the big supermarkets, boycott Tesco, boycott Asda, boycott Aldi. We deliver to all 32 counties of Ireland and mainland UK, England, Scotland, and Wales. Is Irish back tomorrow? Yep, absolutely. So that's another thing we do, right? I keep forgetting to mention that. We have an Irish language class every Tuesday. So complete beginners is from 7 to 8, and kind of lower intermediate 8 to 9. Anybody can join. That's it there. There's a link in the description if you want to join the Irish language class. Like the beginners is like, a lot of them are like Americans or people, Irish diaspora who are in England who have never spoken the language. So this is for complete beginners, the 7 to 8. Or 8 to 9 people who've maybe studied Irish 20, 30 years ago at primary or secondary school but want to learn it again. The teachers and Irish nationalists grow to Culman, and you'll be with Irish nationalists as well. You're more than welcome to join. It's not formal. We'll have good fun, and it's don't worry if you've never spoken a word of Irish. You're more than welcome to join, and it's very, very affordable too. It's €5 a class, 4 classes a month. Every Tuesday we do the class. You can't beat it. It's very, very. It should probably be at least double in price, but I'm trying to get as many people in as possible. That's our Irish language class. Everybody's welcome to join. Please join us. We're trying to get as many people in as possible. So the link is in the description for our Irish language class. Okay, everybody. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe now. We'll be going live again Tuesday if my wife doesn't go into labour. So I could be, doing my live stream on Tuesday and my wife saying, Niall, I'm in labour here. How the legs up? Something like that. So, sorry, the Irish language class is on Zoom. So it's an online class. But it's very, very good. I think it's a really, really good class. Am I affiliated with any political parties? No, I ran as an independent in the local elections. So if you've never spoken a word of Irish, you're more than welcome to join. It's in the description. Sign up to our Irish language classes. Okay, everybody, that's it for me tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Share these streams with all your friends and family. We'll see you again Tuesday, hopefully. No, Tuesday. It won't be Tuesday because the Irish language class is on Tuesday, so it'll be another day. Probably Wednesday. Alright, so we'll see you all then. God bless us all. Aaron go bra.